Come on, everybody, let's go! Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another reaction to Cobra Kai. This time we're on to episode 7, which is called All Valley. Now, of course, All Valley is a huge term in the whole Cobra Kai / Karate Kid world. That is where the infamous tournament happened, where Daniel rose triumphant and Johnny fell to disgrace. But it was just really the whole kind of pinnacle point of the second act of The Karate Kid. The first act was very much about us getting to know Daniel and kind of the lowest points of him dealing with this move and being bullied and trying to figure out his place in this world. But the second half, of course, was gearing up for and training for the All Valley tournament, because this was going to be it. Like, we had big stakes that were laid in the movie. Mr. Miyagi told Kreese that, hey, if Daniel wins the All Valley tournament and beats all of your guys, you're not allowed to touch him. You got to tell your kids they're not allowed to touch him in school, outside of school. Like, it's done. Big stakes for Daniel. Like, besides potentially getting his butt kicked regularly, it was about him finding himself and finding his courage. So I think that seeing it now back in this series, what it means now that we're on the other side of things, it'll be interesting to see how that term will relate. I mean, obviously it has a lot of significance for Johnny as well. As I said before, it's where he suffered his first really embarrassing defeat since he'd become the top of the Cobra Kai. But it was also, I think, a turning point, but not for the better in his life. So we'll have to see if we can change that viewpoint around. And we're going to get into this episode, but before we do, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. Hopefully you like it here and you'll think of hitting that like button. It helps me a lot with the algorithm, which I very much appreciate. And if you really like it, you'll hit that subscribe button and join the fam. And the same goes for those of you who have been here before. Welcome back. Again, I hope that you'll consider joining the family and going with me on this journey to 10K. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into episode 7 right about now. Not the wax on, wax off Daniel. But I like it. He's teaching the way Miyagi taught him. Robbie's such a good kid. He's not even questioning. He's like, really, can I just do my job? One of my favorite parts of the Karate Kid movie was that moment where Daniel loses it and tells Mr. Miyagi that he's not doing one more damn chore. And then Mr. Miyagi demonstrates to him the way that all these tasks that he's been doing have actually helped him become a karate kid.
I'm all done. Really?
The whole lot?
Both lots?
Remember that in the Karate Kid?
Okay, I thought you were gonna teach me karate. I'm just doing all your shitty chores.
Throwback.
God, I love this part.
Me too!
Show me wax on, wax off.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
By the way, kids, I've tried this. It doesn't work. He's like, look at me and my muscle memory. It's not quite the same as the original, but it was one of the best moments ever.
Did you just flinch for you?
Yes! You're kind of violent and impulsive. That's a protection mechanism.
Shit. Raise your hand if you've never been punched in the face.
Don't plan on it.
Put your hands down. Miss Robinson, line them up. Unflinch this group.
Yes, Sensei.
She's like, I got kicked in the stomach if that makes you feel any better. She had to start with the tiniest kid in the class. Aisha. You got it.
Well, there's a girl at school.
She hot?
And she's super smart.
Hot?
Funny and cool.
Johnny.
Yes, she's hot. Super hot.
Nice.
I think you'd really like her.
How does he get through these scenes?
Never accept defeat, Diaz. There is no no.
Pretty sure no means no.
Yeah, no means no. Thank you, Miguel. Just so you know, kids, if a girl says no, she means no. Don't keep going.
Yeah, but I don't have the code. I'm the new guy. I don't even have a key to the bathroom.
I'm sure you can figure something out.
Nope.
You always do. Oh, then we'd have a bigger problem.
Such as?
Remember what we did to that bitch-ass kid over in Ventura?
Oh, yeah. That was unfortunate.
This is where you flip the table in their faces, Robbie. But hey, you should know, if you're in a pit of vipers, one of them gonna bite you one day.
I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I mean, not a lot, just the normal amount that someone would think about someone else.
He get to the point.
Do you want to go out on a date with me?
There we go.
Oh, I'll pick you up.
Okay, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Progressive. For the record, I'm not saying it's not a good thing to be persistent if you really want something, but I just think it's good to respect when people tell you no. Like, he could have just said, let's just hang out as friends then, but gotta be careful with that.
Are your parents okay with that?
Oh, they have no idea.
Right?
Definitely gonna have to wear a t-shirt until college, probably longer. Please don't tell them.
I thought you were a badass, Hawk.
Suggestion?
No, you don't ban me. I'll ban you.
Yeah, you told him, Johnny.
Never accept defeat. There is no no. That was girl advice. This is different.
No! Ew, Johnny.
Maybe there's a smarter way to fight back?
Snakes are very smart, Johnny, actually. And they only attack if they have to.
If I could teach him a few things, you know.
Just don't try to lure him into opening his own bonsai tree store. You know how that goes.
No.
Reference to the third movie.
Now what you gotta do is close your eyes. Get everything out of your head.
You always just have a pair of shears in your pocket, sir?
You know who you are, right? So now all you gotta do is visualize what you want your future to look like. And then you make it happen.
Woo! Life lessons. Something Johnny's never given his son. Not once. Speaking of life choices. Look at you in his suit. He's so cute.
No, that's true. You could just learn how to braid her hair. Talk about all the other guys who had the balls to kiss her on a first date. You're a Cobra Kai. Strike first, strike hard.
No, those are not words you want to use with a date, ever. Golf and stuff, baby. She would have loved the first date, though. It would have shown that you actually care about what she cares about. But anyway. Young hearts beat fast. Come on, everybody, let's go. The song still tracks, though, somehow, just for this moment. It's very montageable.
Excuse me, sir. If you're looking for the AA meeting, that doesn't start till 9 o'clock.
Wow.
I'm here because my dojo's been banned from the under-18 tournament. And I want to see about an appeal.
You should have changed your name of your dojo. That would solve the whole problem.
What's the name of your dojo?
Cobra Kai.
Guess he's on the committee, boo!
You know, and boy, am I glad I didn't miss this one.
Oh, just in time. Mr. Lawrence.
Sorry, Smug Daniel's kinda hot.
You can't.
Can't what? Remember the code?
Sorry, I won't. I always get those two confused.
Robbie.
Good boy.
He's really going to have to do this.
Wax on. There you go. Ooh, okay, you got flexible and stuff.
Nowhere to run.
Wasn't trying to.
Hide.
You are on candid camera. And you look straight at it. Thanks.
You better watch your ass.
That's literally impossible. Have you tried? You're not gonna have to literally go 180 degrees. Satan. Sholo was so cute. I mean, he's still cute, but I just feel like he just was such a dorky cute in this season.
Lifetime ban on Cobra Kai.
85?
I
mean, Daniel, that's kind of old.
Terry Silver.
Ma'am, I have no idea who that even is.
That's true.
I'm just a small business owner trying to make a living.
Oh, please. Ask him about John Kreese.
Well, that's a little different.
He's the worst of them all. We'd be dishonoring the entire sport by reinstating Cobra Kai.
Okay, Daniel, take a breath. So judgmental.
It's a place where kids can come and feel like they belong. Where they won't get picked on just because they're a bunch of losers. But because they're unique.
Oh my God, Johnny. I'm with you, Daniel.
Cobra Kai is making a difference in these kids' lives. And honestly, they're making a difference in mine as well.
Oh, see, that was real because it was real. Vulnerability, Johnny. It touches people.
I think I speak for all of us when I say the community could use more men like you, Mr. Lawrence.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let me not go that far.
Thank you all for your careful consideration.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just wait outside.
You know you're just making yourself look really bad, Daniel. My guy actually put on his baby blues.
Like a general fighting position, just, leg out, kind of like an L.
General, this girl told you about your choreographed kick and you think she needs to be walked through this.
Sensei Sam.
Get it right? You thought you was getting a passive girl.
You know this name?
Kinda knew she'd have to make the first move, but it's probably for the best. Because Sensei's advice was awful.
Congratulations, Johnny.
That came from his heart. Burn.
Ooh, who's the man? I'm the man.
He
Oh,
is.
shit. Are you the man too?
Hell yeah. Read him in.
How many grab a soda? Do you want a banquet?
No. Let's go for a real toast.
You do know he's a minor? Especially in the US where it's 21.
Never accept defeat.
Kid might just pass out. Throw up. Pass out, then throw up. All Valley indeed. Ah, what an interesting episode. One of the things I really like about it when I watched it the first time was the reversal that we're seeing, right? Like, it's been happening since the first episode, of course, but we're really starting to see how Daniel is letting this past trauma, this undealt with trauma that we thought he'd moved a little bit further past after reconnecting with his karate last episode. It's still eating him up. And because it's eating him up, he's allowing it to turn him into somebody that he's not, right? We've seen the way Daniel is with his wife, with his kids, with his coworkers, even with Robbie. He's not the kind of person who's petty, typically. But because this wound that Johnny and John Kreese and Cobra Kai has inflicted on this part of his life, it just brings out the worst in Daniel. And while I completely understand that he has his apprehensions, I mean, after all, Johnny has not exactly been an angel here from assaulting teenagers. I mean, yes, they deserved it, but still, getting into a fight with teenagers at a mini mall to spray painting a penis on one of his signs. Johnny definitely still has some of those childish habits about him. But truthfully, in this season, we see that a lot of the prejudices that are held are more so from Daniel as far as the negative ones. Johnny's real issue with Daniel is still over the fact that Daniel's just successful, right? Which isn't even about Daniel. It's about the fact that he realizes he's not. But Daniel is still like blaming every bad thing that ever happened to him in high school on Johnny. And that's just simply not true. Yes, Johnny contributed to a very bad time for him. Yes, Johnny did go out of his way to bully him. But that was not like the only thing that ever went wrong in his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, they moved past it, right? The tournament happened. And as Johnny said, he dropped out of Cobra Kai afterwards. In fact, they all dropped out of Cobra Kai afterwards. And Daniel got the girl, continued to have Mr. Miyagi, continued to have a pretty decent high school life. So it's not like, while it was, actually, let me take it back. I don't want to minimize trauma. Trauma is different for everybody and we all deal with it differently. And what it did for Daniel is clearly a lot deeper maybe than the movie made it out to be, especially considering what we're seeing here. But yeah, it's just Daniel's not taking enough time to realize that, again, this is over 30 years ago. Like, it's literally 36 years ago, somewhere in that neighborhood. Like, for him to not think that there's any way that Johnny could have grown or changed or experienced anything in that time is really short-sighted. And it's really just Daniel being petty and not wanting to give Johnny that grace. And because he's just sitting there, like, even there, he couldn't give a good argument to the committee about why this new dojo, which is literally a brand new dojo 30 years apart from the first one, shouldn't exist. Right? Like, you just like, oh, well, you don't know this, and what about this, and what about this? Like Johnny said, he had no idea who, oh gosh, I can't remember the name now of the gross, slick-haired guy that was in A Karate Kid 3. Like, I mean, Johnny wasn't even around for the rest of the Karate Kids, right? He dropped out of Cobra Kai. He moved on with his life. Kreese. And I think that the part that really hit me with that moment is when Daniel kind of went in on Kreese and the fact that when, Johnny said Kreese is dead, and Daniel just kind of glossed over it and was like, oh, boo-hoo sort of thing. It's like, even though you don't like Kreese, and Kreese was a horrible person in many, many ways, he was a father figure to Johnny. And you don't know what he was to Johnny. And so it just, those moments there, it was very insensitive of Daniel to say anything like that without understanding that relationship. And also, look, the man is dead. Like, no matter who Kreese was to him, a man is still dead. And having just a moment of respect there would have been a little bit more befitting of somebody who is of Daniel's character, typically. But again, it's just this hurt, this wound that Daniel keeps working from with where Johnny's concerned, that keeps bringing out just these ugly sides of him that are really not him, but who he's allowing himself to be. Because he won't just deal with these feelings, which many of them could be solved if he would just have a conversation with Johnny. But this just the childishness, the ferocity that he's working with to try to shut everything Johnny does down, especially considering that he's doing so well in life right now. It's not a good look for our boy Daniel. But like I said, I understand where Daniel's coming from. It's just something where he should recognize that beyond all the stuff that has to do with Johnny and Cobra Kai, what is this pursuit that he's going after where Johnny's concerned? Like, what is it doing to him? And does he like the person he's turning into to try to stop Johnny? Anyways, another great episode. I really enjoyed watching it. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, I'd appreciate if you hit the like button on this video, and we will see you in the next episode.